Hey guys, this is Mary Jane, and we are in our IELTS Reading Tips Part 1. So, I do hope that these series of tips will be able to improve your score in the IELTS reading test. So, actually, getting 9 for reading is possible. All you need to do is follow these tips. So, hopefully, you will be able to get a good score or even a perfect score in this case. So, for most, let's say, test takers, they have been, how can I say, they have always been thinking that it's not really possible or it's very hard to get a perfect score. But actually, reading is very hard for those whose first language is not English, just because they think that English language has a lot of tricky vocabulary. So, of course, it is, but you shouldn't worry. That's completely normal. So, the main goal for the IELTS reading is to test your ability to understand what you have just read. So, even if you don't know some words, that's actually okay. You can guess their meaning and still get a good score. And I think most test takers also lose marks because of the lack of knowledge. Maybe that's not really the case, but it's actually because of making very simple mistakes. So, we're going to have these guides on how you're going to improve your score for the IELTS reading. So, let's get started. Let's have our first one. Okay, let me move that there. All right, so first, skim over and watch for the answers. So, just a review, skimming refers to looking only for the main ideas. You don't really need to read attentively every word because you don't have a lot of time to do that. Remember, you just really need to answer the questions and nothing more. So, skim over the text and then you start looking for the answers. All right, let's have number two. Okay, so this is important. As I've said, you don't have enough time to do a lot of reading for IELTS reading test. So just really watch your time. Don't forget you only have 60 minutes to read 3 texts and then answer 40 questions. And you won't be able to get additional time for filling your answer sheet. So make sure you manage your time properly. So the IELTS reading is very different from the IELTS listening test, wherein they're going to give you some time to transfer your answers. So please be careful with your time. All right, moving on. Let's have number 3. Is your spelling correct? All right, so you have to be able to check your spelling before writing your answer on the answer blank, on the answer blank. So you're going to get 0 points for the answer if it's spelled incorrectly. And that's why you have to make sure that it is correctly spelled. Next, keep the order. So remember that questions follow the order of the text in most cases. So the answer to question 5 will come after the answer to question 4 and so on. Next, let us have number 5. So this is very important. You have to underline. When you're going to skim over the text, you have to be able to underline the most important phrases because these will help you save time and then, yeah, especially when you're going to search for the answers. So it's okay if you're going to underline some text.